Hi guys, welcome back to a new vlog. Today is Easter Monday. I hope you guys have a very nice, peaceful and chill Easter weekend. I know I did. Me and Brian basically slept in, ate some good food and relaxed, took it super slow. So if I have some super tired eyes, please excuse that. With this new week coming along, we supposedly have some super exciting furniture finally arriving. And I say supposedly because the bed that we ordered through the white company back in November, 5 months ago, was supposed to finally scheduled to deliver today. But turns out the bed never actually arrived to the distribution center. We have been following up with the white company since February and their customer service has not been helpful at all. So that is a little bit frustrating and now we have to email them again. But nonetheless, we do have some exciting little pieces of furniture arriving this week. So I'm excited to show you guys and walk you guys through. I also decided on a desk for my studio. I was kind of torn in between two beautiful walnut desks. And I asked you guys on Instagram and thank you guys for choosing and kind of commenting which one is better for which. I really appreciate that. So yeah, we placed an order and now it is under production. Anyways, I do have a few projects lined up for me to do today, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. So one of the projects that I have to do today is to pack some seedling packets for my friend. My friend actually watched one of my videos and reached out to me. We used to go to college together, so if you're watching this, hi Jess. But yeah, she started talking how she was starting gardening as well. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, it is so overwhelming. And she actually recommended 2 books to me, which I'll talk more in depth in a bit. But we're like, hey, why don't we do a seed swap? Because obviously when you buy seed packets from the garden center, it comes with like a lot of seeds that you don't actually need that much, depending on the size of your allotment, I guess. But as starters, it's a much smaller scale allotment. So we decided to swap some seeds. And I thought, why not do a little bit of extra and kind of design nicely the seed packets. So I did a little bit of mock-up yesterday, but basically I wanted to have all the instructions at the back because obviously I can't just send her like this packet because I need the instructions here. So I went to Pinterest and did a little bit of photoshopping myself. I searched up some of the illustrations and decided to print one ourselves. Sorry, the sun is going in and out, so the light is like kind of crazy. But basically, I just Googled like a seedling packet template and typed up the instruction. There's a little bit of a typo here, so I need to reprint this. So now that I've done with the seedling packet, I'm going to use an aluminum foil to fold the seeds in. So it can be placed inside. So these are the seedling packets all done. Obviously these are all homemade, so it's not perfect. I do not have double-sided tape at home, so those tape would do. At least it keeps it kind of waterproof. I kind of low-key want to do all of my seedling packets in this style as well, but obviously that's super extra and it does mean that I have to type out all of the instructions at the back without typo, so it's a little bit risky. I'm also going to include some of these plastic popsicle sticks for her because I actually find these in the long run a little bit more user-friendly because all you need to do is use alcohol wipes to clean it up and you can use it year after year, whereas I think the wooden popsicle sticks will rot or mold. I hope that her seedlings will germinate well and grow nice and healthy. So yeah, this was fun. I think I'm going to tidy up now and have lunch. I think we're having burgers. And lunch is served. I didn't do anything though. Brian did most of the cooking. Thank you.
It's okay.
I don't think I have finished the vlog yesterday. I just kind of left you hanging at noon, but today is a new day. As you can see, in the morning I made a coffee, which is my go-to cold coffee for like the warmer days right now, and checked on my seedlings, did some work. But I think today what I have planned is to do those house chores around the house that you just kind of put off for like a few weeks. So for example, I need to change out my bed sheets because I was planning to swap out my bed sheets when the bed actually arrived. So now that the bed is not going to arrive, I need to change it up. It is also a mess in the house because we have 4 cats, so you have to keep on top of our vacuuming and everything. But yeah, excuse the state of our living room though. We're currently, you know, I'm still working at this station sometimes, and yeah, we actually moved our sofa upstairs because the sofa that we ordered is not due until May, so still like a month to go. So I thought, why not just move the sofa upstairs, because we have our TV and sound system all set up upstairs, and it's kind of pointless to not be able to enjoy the space. So yeah, sofa is upstairs right now. We have a canvas at the back because I'm thinking of swapping out the mirror situation to an artwork instead. So I'm finally planning to get some use out of my art A levels. But yeah, because I feel like the mirror matching with the fireplace, obviously this is a very Parisian or Edwardian, I don't know, fireplace, and I feel like the mirror, it's a little bit too much for the style that I'm going for. So I'm just waiting for all the materials to arrive, but I'll be showing you guys how I don't know, commission this artwork. Sorry, the postman just came. Anyways, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse to do boring house chores because this is what I actually do in normal daily basis. And now we're going to change the bed sheets. I hate this part. It's like a full workout. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our bed done. We do notice that there is a whole art behind making your bed. We're not quite there yet. And we do realize we do have excessive amount of pillows, but the 2 at the back is more for like headboard. So now I just need to do the white laundry. So whilst I'm doing the laundry, I placed the propagators back inside because the garden is supposed to get the most afternoon sun, but it's just super windy today. So I'm not sure if I should place it outside. Is there sun coming out? I get so like FOMO when there's like sun. I try to like move them around, which I don't think in the long run is sustainable to do because they're just going to get heavier and heavier, and I can't keep moving them back and forth the house. But I want to show you guys our seedlings. So this is our thyme. It is striving. We bought a permanent pot which should be arriving in the next few days to pop them in so that they can permanently grow there and not move again. Unfortunately, there's still no signs of lettuce or spinach, although there's another grass right here. And here's my rosemary and parsley. So freaking cute. They're very like weak though actually. And these are my rosemary. This one is doing so well. And lastly, these are the buffalo steak tomatoes. I mean, if I know better, I would have never planted 6 of them. I don't know what to do with them now because I don't really eat that much tomatoes. And as you can see, they have a lot of wind damage, which happened right after I filmed my last video. I was so upset that they turned it like this because I left the propagator outside and I went to like the supermarket, and when I came back, the propagators flew off, like the covers. I think what's best is to cut them because I think they survived the wind. But yeah, they have actually been growing a lot ever since, and they will soon be touching the top of the propagator. So again, I don't know if I need all 6 of them, so maybe I'll give it to my neighbors. Who knows? But I'm gonna place them near the window first. Let's do that. And now I'm going to continue with house chores that I hate to do, which is cleaning the stove and doing some washing. So I'm kind of done and wrapped up for the day. I just want to pop outside. Well, it's a little bit windy, so I'm probably not going to pop outside. But I do want to share with you guys some of the gardening plans because I've been looking into how I want the gardens to be. Obviously, like all of these little seedlings, they're going to graduate from their propagators and they will then need a proper space to grow. This is our backyard, which supposedly, normally, not on a cloudy day like this, receive most of sunlight, I think like after noon. So what I'm thinking was the sunlight usually hits right in this area first. Ideally, in a ambitious world, I would like to have 3 raised beds in here. You can see how little my seedling area are. I'm thinking perhaps this season I'm just going to start with 1 right on the outskirts. Our garden is still quite windy though, so I'm not sure if that is going to be like a permanent thing or not. Let me see if I can go outside. Not sure if the wind is going to be super loud. So this is where the kitchen is. I mean, it would be lovely to have a stand with all the herbs sitting right outside, so I can just open the window and cut some rosemaries and stuff. I think what I'm going to do on a good day when it's not cold, I'm going to measure out how much space I have right here and see what kind of size of raised beds we can fit in there. I mean, obviously we can just get 1 bed this year, but what I'm scared of is if we do happen to get 2 of the remaining beds next year, that the bed that we already have is not in production. So we obviously want to have 3 identical beds, and we're thinking of getting like a black metal low raised bed just to match the exterior of the house as well. I think it would be nice also to have a potting table outside of the patio. I've been looking into outdoor garden furniture. We would like to have like a bistro table with a chair to chill in. Another thing is Let me bring you guys to our living room. We actually have this extra strip of land that is within our property. It's just that little strip here all the way till the end. I think they're going to pave it so that it's not just like a unfinished ground, but I think that would actually be a great space for me to put more raised beds. However, because that is going to be north facing, perhaps growing flowers would be suitable. I'm not sure, but right now it is obviously like such a big scale that we're looking into. Another thing that I'm unsure about is because our garden is actually not leveled, so I'm not sure if that will affect the placement of the raised beds, or do we have to level it before installing the raised beds? I don't know. There's just so much going on in my head and obviously once you bought something, you know, you have to kind of think it through. You can't just put it on the side, otherwise it is a lot of waste of effort, money, time, and resources. But yeah, speaking of gardening, these are the books that my friend recommended. Well, this is one of the books that I received today. It is my second coffee table book, and this is called Live Beautiful. I'm sure you've seen it in coffee tables if you search it on Instagram. It is by Athena, who is more known with the IG handle I Swoon, but her style is basically like my goals. I look up to her style so much. Like, just look at this. This is goals. So beautiful. Oh. It is nice to just place it in the living room for inspiration as well. It's just, look at this. If only I can visualize and design a home like that. I mean, in the future, but one step at a time. Anyways, yeah, these are the books that my friend recommended. I was kind of surprised when she mentioned that actually purchasing books is a little bit better approach if you're like super overwhelmed on YouTube, which kind of makes sense because I find that all the YouTube videos which are targeted to beginners, you know, all their knowledge, their terminology, and sharing is already so overwhelming in my opinion. So she recommended the RHS wedge patch and allotment month by month. So these are obviously both targeted towards beginners, and I had to flip through. They do have bits that are overlapped and repeated, but what I like about this one is that it actually tells you what to do per month. So if you're looking to plant fruit trees, for example, when is the best time to buy them and install them in your garden, what you can harvest in a particular month, what you should be sowing in a particular month. They also break it down. I think it's called a crop planner. Imagery is so gorgeous, but all the possible herbs, fruits, tomatoes, vegetables, and everything that you can plant, and all the different pests that you might need to get yourself familiar with. Whereas the RHS one, obviously, I feel like the book cover is just prettier, but it also tells you like what tools are for what purposes, what options you have if you have a small space or you want to do a much smaller scale allotments. They also go kind of in depth in terms of, you know, step by step growing cucumbers, step by step growing tomatoes. So yeah, I mean, these two books, you know, they have a lot of new vocabularies that I weren't familiar with. So I always, you know, caught myself searching word per word, but I feel like, again, it is all a learning process. So yeah, if you're also new to gardening or curious to get started, I'm so grateful that my friend introduced me to this, because I wouldn't have purchased books, because a lot of times I just kind of assumed that everyone just kind of learn online. So yeah, these are two of the books I'll be going back to as a reference guide moving forward. I'll leave the link to these books if you're interested as well. Anyways, you guys, I think I'm going to wrap up today's vlog and make dinner. I'm going to schedule my painting of the living room art piece tomorrow because Brian is on call tomorrow, so I technically have a little bit more time on my own. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 days vlog, and I shall see you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.